So you have a weird fascination with teeth, but you may have realized that it's pretty expensive to become a dentist in America. The path is a long one, with about a decade's worth of schooling and ridiculously high student loan debts. But you probably know a dentist or two who's absolutely crushing it financially. Dentists are notorious for being wealthy individuals, living extravagant lifestyles with amazing work-life balance. But the average dentist salary sits at around $180,000. Something doesn't add up here, because with that average salary and student loan debt upwards of $500,000, you will not be living a life of luxury. And let me tell you firsthand, this is not an easy paycheck by any means. So yes, dentists do make a lot of money compared to the average labor job. But this brings us to the topic of the video. Is dentistry worth it for the money? And if you want to make a lot of money and be very rich, can you simply just become a dentist to guarantee this type of lifestyle? If you're asking Dr. Cash if dentistry can generate tons of cash, then you've come to the right place, folks. Let's discuss further. But if you stay till the end of the video, I'll give you my perspective from what I've seen other dentists do and how they were able to guarantee a really financially successful career in dentistry. I'll give you both perspectives on how it could be worth it, and in a separate video why it may not be worth it depending on your own goals in life. So let's talk about why it can totally be worth the money. If anyone you speak with who wants to join dentistry claims they're solely motivated by helping others without any concern for salary, lifestyle, or financial gain, I think they're simply not being truthful with you. You see, every individual entering professions like medicine and dentistry inevitably considers salary as a factor in their future. When I was in school, discussing potential earnings was often considered taboo, and talking about the debt that we were all about to face also seemed to be taboo. However, if money weren't a consideration, would it still be worthwhile to pursue a career in dentistry? I think no one would willingly incur $500,000 of debt to go live a life of pure altruism, to just help people without thinking about what the money can potentially give them in terms of opportunities and choices. Think about it. How many years of your life have we considered dentistry without ever having pulled a tooth out yourself? You get me? Many times it's the promise of a good living and abundant opportunities of the future. So I'm just saying, this YouTube channel is a platform to have healthy conversations about money and to be as informed as possible. Set your expectations accordingly. Alright, now that we got that disclaimer out the way, dentistry is an extremely lucrative career that can absolutely be worth the money. Dentistry offers an almost guaranteed path to a comfortable middle-class lifestyle. Considering other career options, there really aren't that many out there that can promise such financial stability. We often encounter comparisons on forums like Reddit and SDN, advocating for software engineering roles at tech giants like Google and Apple. Or become a medical specialist. Yeah, just do orthopedic surgery. They make like $400,000, $500,000. And guess what? You'll never have to stare at gross, disgusting teeth all day. Well, let me tell you what. These tech bros and finance guys and their Patagonia sweaters don't have the job stability that we do as dentists. Everybody eats sugars. Dental caries, tooth decay, remains the most prevalent chronic disease in both children and adults. Everybody has teeth. Even if you don't have teeth, you still need a dentist. Dentistry provides the flexibility to live anywhere in the world while still being in need, even in economic downturns. There just isn't many jobs like it. Dentistry is worth it for the money. And I say this with a disclaimer because you have to approach it in a way for it to really pay off. It's an investment of time and money, and you are in control of this stock. So how can you take this stock and make it highly profitable and become incredibly wealthy? Owning a dental practice stands out as the most lucrative option. On average, practice owners earn $100,000 more than associates, enjoy greater autonomy, you get to pick your own prices, and mainly you'd benefit from the American tax code that dramatically increases your take-home salary. But owning a dental practice can tremendously increase your net worth. Now we're talking about equity. You're not just an associate building someone else's dream. Now you're creating an asset that grows over time. And like a lot of dentists, you may want to sell out to private equity sometime in the future, for a multi-million-dollar payout in your retirement years. Now, the second way to make it truly worthwhile is to simply specialize. And I believe certain specialties are much more advantageous in terms of financial rewards. Some specialties I think are declining, but specializing offers a higher guaranteed salary and a more assured path to making this investment worthwhile. Admittedly, pursuing specialization often incurs more debt, but it may be worth the price paying. Hear me out. I know of some oral surgeons, endodontists, and pediatric dentists who are thriving and have successfully turned their investment into generational wealth. If you realize general dentistry isn't what you expected and you're just looking for a better work-life balance and a bigger paycheck, specializing may be your way out. And now the third way to becoming a really wealthy person is to start learning a ton of complex procedures as a general dentist, such as ortho, implants, and even root canals. Many dentists don't perform these complex procedures, and I understand why. Some want to stick to bleaching, bonding, and veneers, no blood, no canals. I get it. They're extremely difficult procedures. Dental school didn't really teach us much anyways, and these procedures can be extremely frustrating and unpredictable. But come on, you're a doctor there to alleviate another human being's pain and suffering. Patient comes from the Latin word patiens, which means one who suffers. Please help your patients by learning extractions and endo. Don't want to do molar endo and wisdom teeth? I get it. But it drives me crazy when I see docs referring out simple extractions and anterior endo. Then the patient is reappointed and not pissed off that you couldn't help them. Taking people out of pain is an incredibly powerful practice builder. A competent dentist should be able to alleviate patient pain. They can be extremely profitable procedures too, especially once you start to stack them up. You do the endo, you get to do the crown. If you do the extraction, you get to do the bone graft and possible immediate implant. I understand that insurance limitations can pose challenges, but the overhead costs are relatively low in these specialties. We use incredibly cheap materials like rubber gutta percha and reusable metal forceps, and we're able to generate hundreds of dollars at a time. Moreover, as the demand for implants and procedures like clear aligners starts to grow, acquiring these skills early in your career can significantly increase your earning potential over time. Trying to master complex procedures like these full mouth reconstruction cases with heavy crown and bridge work may seem overwhelming. I get it. But for me, it also offers excitement and unlimited growth opportunity. It gives me something to constantly strive towards. Personally, I find the endless learning really rewarding, and it keeps me engaged and passionate about dentistry. You see, the more you learn, the better equipped you are to serve your patients, and this will inevitably increase your income to reach whatever level of wealth you desire to be as a dentist. And the next reason why I believe it's totally possible to become very rich as a dentist is a method that I have tried and tested myself. It can be extremely worthwhile if you relocate to the boonies in a rural area far from urban centers. You can see the video I made right here about my salary working in rural Florida in my first year out of school. Would I recommend it? Absolutely! I earned significantly more by practicing in a rural setting than my peers did. It allowed me to gain more experience than most of my peers, and I was able to handle far more complex cases because of it. You see, it allowed me to progress rapidly as a dentist due to the high demand and shortage of providers in my rural area. Patients in that neck of the woods are also more forgiving for newer dentists still learning compared to those in downtown Miami who drive me absolutely crazy. Admittedly, life in rural areas may lack the glamour of city life and can be challenging at times. I often felt overworked and frustrated, especially when faced with the dentistry I didn't know how to do at the time. However, make no mistake about it, the financial rewards can be unbelievable. While many people dream of living that urban lifestyle, making bank with an exciting lifestyle, the reality of high student loan debts can make that a difficult reality. But I can assure you, by choosing to go rural, your investment will undoubtedly pay off. So while the financial burden of pursuing dentistry can be daunting, it's important to consider the long-term benefits and the opportunities this profession can offer you. Effective management of debt with income-based repayment plans can help alleviate some of that financial strain, making the investment more manageable. Dentistry was, still is, and will be for the foreseeable future a very, very lucrative field. And you'll have ample opportunities for financial success. Many successful doctors are doing it to this day. What I have found is that these docs have chosen to become either a practice owner, a specialist, a rural dentist, or a super GP to ensure the highest possible return on their investment. Dentistry allows for flexibility and income potential. Your earnings can be tailored to your aspirations, allowing you to decide how much you're willing to work to make the salary that you desire. And if you look around, there really aren't that many jobs that can say that. If you're struggling currently, consider taking the risk with practice ownership. Learning business as a private practice owner may seem scary, but it can surely increase your net worth tremendously. It is a skill that can be learned, and there are resources and support available to navigate the challenges of practice ownership. Maybe you're bored of general dentistry like I am at times. Maybe you love a specific field of dentistry and you're considering going back to school to specialize. Tired of the low-paying city life? Move rural and I guarantee you'll be shocked at the earning potential 2 hours away from any major city. Or maybe you're like me and want to learn a bunch of complex procedures to increase earning potential as a super GP. Right now, I'm in my growth phase, grow my skill set as a general dentist, and eventually be getting into practice ownership later down the line. But let me know what you think is the best route to financial stability as a dentist in the comments below. But one thing is for certain, with dedication, a bit of sacrifice, and a willingness to delay gratification, dentistry remains a promising and financially viable profession that can make you seriously rich if you play your cards right. As always, guys, Dr. Rana here, sending you lots of love on this beautiful day. I appreciate you for tuning in. I'll see y'all in the next one.